I know you're wrapping up. First off, this was a great informative meeting. I appreciate it.
Oh,
But I do want to ask you, you and I, we were speaking via Messenger, and you mentioned your coaching sessions. And I wanted to
yes.
know if you can elaborate more on that and let me know,
Okay.
let us know where can we go to get that information as far as pricing and
Oh,
things of that nature.
okay. Okay. Is that all? Is that all, or do you have it before I take it up?
Yeah, just yeah, as far as just the business coaching, in regards to the question I had about, drop shipping and etc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. Okay. You also took the master class, right?
I did. I
What did
did.
that master class do for you?
It did a lot because you broke down, like you said, the different variations or the different positions within exporting, with it, well, doing business with Africa trading. So that gave me a different outlook, knowing that the possibilities are there, but now it's just like bridging that gap, like you
Next
said.
step. Awesome. Yes, you've graduated. You've graduated to the next, for me going forward, it's me realizing, oh my goodness, we want to take people. Okay, step one,
Mhm.
immerse them. Step two is what you're asking. So let me see how I can come back on. Okay, so your question was, you had reached out after taking the class, you were like, okay, now you know what you want to do. You want to do this. And you were saying, okay, coaching. So I was talking about coaching. So there are two ways that I'm designing the coaching now, because part of what I try to do is I try not to impose. Like I really cringe. I don't like making people feel like this is what you have to do. I want to meet people where they're at. So the two approaches are group coaching. So now, as part of your membership, launching, I don't know if you've seen some of the updates we've shared on the platform. So this is one of our members. Thank you again for coming and joining. So the group coaching is now going to happen on the platform. And that group coaching is my attempt to offer myself, just like what I'm doing right now, offer myself as a group to our premium members, which you're one of our premium members, right? You've taken our class, we are going with you on your own journey, and we're helping you step by step. So coming next month, every single month, as part of your already your membership, I'll be there. Meaning I'll be
Mhm.
helping you and answering any question you have, which
Okay.
is going to be that group coaching as part of the value of your membership, right? So
Mhm.
what we've now done on the network, let me quickly as I'm running, let me quick, because I have a session actually I'm racing to. So number one is, I think every second Friday, every third Friday, every fourth Friday, there's a program for every member. One of it, and I'm mixing it up because I don't have it in front of me, but I'll probably send it to everybody again. Number one, we're going to do coaching.
Mhm.
One Friday each month, it will be group coaching. People will come on Zoom. It will be private for only members of the group. Whatever question you have, I'll help you, all of that. Because it's a journey. You're going to have a question now. You're going to have a different question because you make some progress. And next month, you're going to come and say, okay, Tony, I've done that. Because I've seen it. We've tested everything I'm saying. It has been tested and proven that I
Mhm.
have to. It's not a one question. It's not, people say, oh, I just have one question. I'm like, you're going to have another one next month. You're going to have, this is a journey, and we've gone through it ourselves. So that's one. Members subscribed, you're going to have that opportunity once a month to come with your question, come with your notebook. I'm for you. I'm committed to you. The second thing that I do, which is an example of the session I'm racing to right now, is one-on-one interactive coaching. And I've designed it in two ways. Again, I almost have to draw a map for people to understand. The two ways is 4-week session and 6-week session, because people want to eat and run, meaning, oh, Tony, we just need you as a Google. What is this? Google, that's it. I want you to be successful. And I don't want
Mhm.
to lead you down a journey that is, if I answer that question, do you know how to apply it, right? So
Right.
what I do is actually, depending on where the maturity level of that person, we do 6 weeks, an hour 15 minutes each week for 6 weeks, or 4 weeks, an hour 15 minutes for the next 4 weeks. And let me give you a practical example of what I do behind the scene, right? We start with your idea. It's almost like a business development, but we support you beyond just a regular coaching, right? So give like the client I'm wanting to right now, this is our second week. We come with, what are your aspirations? The ideas you talked about, drop shipping. I'll let you talk, right? This is what I'm thinking. This is where I want to serve. This is it. And then I come with you, say, have you thought about this? This is the easiest way for you to achieve this. This is how you should position. You talked about wanting supply. These are the countries you really need to go to. If you're looking for apparel, here. If you're looking for commodity, here. If you're looking for skincare, here. Like, because each country, there are nuances, right? In terms of where you go to. Because I'm going to ask you a question. The first step is me asking you a bunch of questions, because I don't want to assume that I know what it is you have in your mind and your aspiration. My first step is understanding what your dreams are. Now that you've taken the master class, you are like, okay, I want to do this, right? So my goal would be to help you achieve that dream in the shortest time possible.
Okay.
That's it. So again, number one, as a member of, you have access already to that monthly coaching. We've put it on the events. So if you see, we've been busy shaping and moving things around in the group. So if you go to the event section, you see a bunch of events already scheduled out for the next 5 or 6 months. Okay. Repeat every third Friday, we're doing this. Every second Friday, we're doing this. Every fourth Friday, this is what we're doing. So you can now see, and you can now start adding it to your calendar. So that's what we're doing for the group. But we're also working individually. And a lot of times, I know you also asked me, where can you see the pricing? Like, there's a part of me, there was a conversation I was talking to somebody who is even a government. I said, you know what? This is a passion. This is greater than you and I. So let's do something. So for me, when I assess where people are at, the other thing is there are people that can pay what my value is. And I also acknowledge there are people that they are somewhere, right? So for me, that's why I won't put that out there. Because I grew that the network for a lot of people that I know they could not afford my time. To say, the price of accessing everything I just said on the network is actually, a fraction of what you pay me per hour.
Okay.
But I don't like turning people away. That's why I designed that group coaching, that you still get a lot of value, but at least when I come in and I spend 1 hour, 2 hours, it's a big punch and I'm able to impact. I'm more about impacts. And then on the back end, those executive people that, they want that personal touch, right? The personal touch, the coaching, because we even go to the extent of helping people design their website, the right words they need to use, how they need to pitch, identifying their customers, and I actually would say, pull up your website. Okay, this is wrong. Cross that. Like, I'm that hands-on in my one-on-one coaching, is because my thing is, I want you to be successful. That's my goal. And when I commit to you, I commit to you. So I hope that helped. A lot of times, for me, there's so many things I keep. Again, this is a learning process for me. What I'm learning is how to communicate all that we do, the platforms that we have, our events. Many people don't even know these opportunities available. Just yesterday I was talking to a major person, like, did you know we did Nigeria Investment Conference and I've made the videos available? And when she started watching, she was like, oh my God, this is like unbelievable. Like, I've never heard this before. Yes, our value is incredible. Thousands of dollars of value. But for me, I also understand COVID-19, people are trying to shift, people are trying to look for new businesses. So I try to come up with, how can I still serve as many people as possible? And that's what we move into the group. But then we also have premium services that for people that are like 6 weeks in and out, I have a business. It's that difference between having a business plan and actually building. And what we've done with our 5-step approach is within 5 weeks, the things you've not achieved in a year, I'm telling you, you are going to be like, you feel comfortable, like, your messaging, your services, where your customers are, where your supply, you have what you need to move forward. And then again, if you're a member of our community, every month I check in. Like Mr. I don't want to say names, but I'm always checking in on our members. Like, hey, how are you doing? Last week you told me this. Have you, I'm checking in, because we also have to hold each other accountable. And this is a community that we are rooting for each other. Like new member just joined from northern Nigeria, and immediately she joined, I introduced her to other members, and within days they were hooking her up. You're like, you need to do this, you need to talk to this person. And within days she was like, Toyin, how can I be your ambassador? I'm telling you. She said, a lot of people in my community don't speak English. They only speak Arabic. They speak Hausa. Everything I just learned in days from you, I want to translate it into my language and the youth in my community. Do you give me permission to become an ambassador for Trade with Africa? And I was like, okay, show me what you mean. Immediately she created, she updated like Instagram handle. She put member of Trade with Africa Network, ambassador. She was like, I'm ready, Toyin. I will be translating everything, because we don't even know about afcfta. The youth in my region, they've never heard anything. And just by joining your international group, I'm able to access information nobody's sharing with me. So, one of the other things, and in trying to wrap up again, looking at time, is okay. In wrapping up, this is what I'll say. And I'll share something I shared privately with someone yesterday. She's a government official, no names, no country, I'm not mentioning. And she was sharing with me her struggles. Like, she has incredible ideas in terms of what she can do in the government, but she has, the leadership structures that always interferes and everything like that. And I asked her, I said, look around you. In your network, do you have people in your network that are on the global and regional space that can be infusing great ideas to you? She was like, no. I said, that's where you need to step up. Because if you are only playing in the community that you surround yourself with. So what I'm going to leave everybody with is, a lot of people talk about, global trade, but the reality is, take a look around you. Take a look. I also try to say, take a look at your phone, right? Look at your directory. If you scroll down, do you have people there that you can call on that will connect you to regional markets, international markets? Because if you don't, and you're just saying, international, I'm an international business, but nobody knows you on the international market, you don't know people, they can't see you, they can't see your service. That means they can't do business with you, because remember, we only do business with people we know and trust, right? So that's what I'm going to leave you on with. That's why we built, and that's why I built the Trade with Africa Network, to build this massive, it's a new industry. I tell people, oh my gosh, that's why it's so hard. But we've done it, and I'm so proud. And I want to thank everybody that has been a part of this journey. We've sent updates, the platforms. We have Nazaru TV. You're going to see this video on the TV. We have the Trade with Africa Network. Each of our platforms work hand in hand. We have platforms for events, webinars, all of those things. You're going to see more. With God on our side, we're going to see more coming in the new year. Again, we're growing by niching down. So we know the type of people we can help. And when we do support them, we are seeing immediate, because I want to see immediate impact. Because, one person reached out to me one time and said, Toyin, I usually work with people that just come out of universities. Can you come and train them? I said, sorry, those are not my people. I was like surprised. I said, let me explain. If I spend, let's say 5 hours with these people, the information and knowledge I give them, they are not positioned. They won't be able to use it in 24 hours. They might sit on that knowledge because they don't have the capacity to influence and to do what I'm telling them to do. So they can follow us on YouTube and be consuming and educating themselves. But we know the types of people that, I'm telling you, within hours of delivering our masterclass, of our export development, that information translates into their business immediately. We've seen it, we've tested it. Your mind changes, the way you are building changes, the impact is immediate. And that's my people. Yes, there are a lot of content we put out there. We publish, like I just got an update from YouTube. It was like, in the last couple of months, You publish 10,000 plus hours of content. So yes, on our YouTube, we're educating everybody that wants to self-educate. But on the Trade with Africa network, they're only a particular type of people. The people that are ready to roll up their sleeves, like, we are. Thank you so much for just sharing again. But those are the people. You can hear the types of questions he's asking me. It sounds different because she's going through our process. Masterclass, yes. Training, and then okay. Before I forget, the other class now that we're also having, which is part of also your value for being a member. You're going to be seeing the SME, the small medium sized enterprise training, where we're actually going to teach people export development, business development. So it's the next class. So every month, remember I said second, third, and fourth Fridays of each month, we have programs. One of those programs, the next one for next month is the SME, small medium sized enterprise training, how to build an internationally relevant business. And the only way I can share that with you is because we have done it. I've done it. So again, thank you so much. And now I have to rush to the next session, but wow, thank you so much for 2020. We all had to learn so much with impact to global travels. Yes, our work too had to we had to change, because usually we like to have people in person. We had to really go digital, and we were able to do even more. We launched the afcfta roundtable on nazaru.tv. So www.nazaru.tv, you can access some of these. So there are things we share publicly free, but then there are other content that we have privately for only members of our network. Those are the exclusive content. And now finally, you see, there's so much going on in our space, because people say, oh, don't you excited? I say, yes, there's so much. If you're building the future, there's so much. And one last announcement, that this is the first time I'll actually share it. If you're a government official, with our partnership with the African Union, we actually have a free access to one of the masterclass, the policy leader masterclass for you. So DM me your information, and I'll send that out to you. So via our partnership with the African Union, the AFCFTA Secretariat, and all of those things, there's a free access to a masterclass, because if you're in the government and you have responsibility for driving AFCFTA, you better know what you're doing. Africa is leaning on you. Also, if you're in the US African Embassy, if you're an economic officer in the embassy, that also goes to you, because the AU, Tariq, the charge the force as well, is also part of this. So anyway, the charge the affairs, is the representative instead of the ambassador, because the AU hasn't selected an ambassador for US yet. But anyway, that's something right there that we've in partnership with the AU, we're saying, AFCFTA, this is my pin given to me by African Union. We are building one African market. So if you're an economic officer, if you have responsibility to drive trade and investment, we want to make sure that you are, that you have all the information and knowledge. No excuses. Your country depends on you. That's my manifesto. We need you. We need you to do the right thing. The Africa of the future, 2063, the Africa we all want. Okay. So I'm happy to offer that. We're also doing some SME. There are some things we do behind the scene again, but I'll be sharing as much as I can. But again, I have the struggle of sharing or not sharing, but I'll keep trying hard. But DM if you're a government official and you're watching this, a government official of an African nation, right? Let me be specific there. Through the African Union, we're offering you a free access to the Africa AFCFTA Trade and Investment Facilitation Masterclass to help you prepare. January 1, AFCFTA launches trade. Woo! There's something else that's in the works. In the next couple of 2 weeks, you see some interesting announcement, but I won't share it. I won't let the cat out of the bag right now. Thank you. If you want to contact us, the email is info@nazaru.com. If you're in the network, there's a button that says submit a request. You can just click on that button and submit a request, and we'll get to you within 24 hours. So that's also something we're doing for our people. Like, whatever question they have, like, we're there for them. Like, well, those are the people we're really committing to help them grow their business. So thank you again. Such an honor. See you all. And yes, bye.